Hi guys, this is India Celeste of MadamUplift.com, back to give you guys some more tips about how to reduce unneeded stress in our lives. And today's tip is all about 5 times that it is not necessary to be nice. So, we all know that everyone thinks that you should kill everyone with kindness and that you should be nice about everything anytime someone's being rude to you or someone is being unfair to you. And I'm here to tell you that in 2021, that rule no longer applies. And before we get all religious and biblical about it, let's be real. We all know that Jesus had a table flip or two and had to set a couple disciples straight while they were walking the earth with him. So let's not make it a spirituality thing. Let's make this a reality check. So, tip number 1, when it's okay to not be nice is when your time or your efforts or your love is not being reciprocated, ever. When you're doing all the work, when you're doing all the sacrificing, when there's always give and you never get to take. So we all have moments in our lives where we just feel depleted, we get drained, we're always trying to meet someone else's to-do list, we never can get to our own to-do list, we don't get enough rest, don't get to spend time doing the things that you want to do with the people that you want to do them with. Times like that is when it's perfectly okay to shut it down and let people know that you're unavailable, that you're no longer willing to be their crutch, and you are pretty much ready to say, hey, me first, love you, but gotta get off this train. Tip number 2 about when it's okay to be not nice is when it comes to your time management and minimizing distractions. Once again, there's times that we have things that we need to do for ourselves, but we have our kids or our boss or our coworkers want us to do something else. And then if we stop to do that, that's going to put us behind on the other things that we need to do. And sometimes friends just want to hang out when you just have work to do, house to clean, family to catch up on, or you just want to do a self-care kind of day. So when you're trying to remind people that you're unavailable and the text didn't help, the ignored phone calls didn't help, the messages that I'm unavailable on social media don't help, sometimes you're just going to have to tell people in a not nice way, stop calling me, stop texting me, I'll let you know when I'm ready and when I'm available. No, I can't take on your workload because I have my own workload to finish. Or no, that's not what I'm getting paid to do. People like to say you should never say that's not your job, but sometimes that's not your job. Tip number 3 about when it's okay to not be nice is when you're being manipulated. We all have people in our lives who, at one time or another, they make us feel guilty if we don't do what they think we should do, or they say one thing and then they intend something else, or you thought you were helping out with this and it turns out that you're helping out with that, and the list could go on. And there are times where we feel like we don't want to lose the friendship, or we don't want to cut off that family member, or we don't want to speak up for ourselves because we don't want to seem like we're not being supportive or we don't care. But unfortunately, sometimes, once again, you got to get off that train and you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to either A, remove yourself from the situation, B, make it clear that you're not a doormat, you're very capable of understanding what's happening, and C, it's just plain time to move on. So unfortunately, sometimes in life that happens. People are going to want you to do what they want you to do. They're going to want you to be on their time, or they want you to meet their agenda. But unfortunately, there are times where it has to be me first. Tip number 4 about when it's okay to not be nice is when you're being harassed. And let's face it, things were bad before the pandemic happened, but ever since the pandemic happened, and some people think it's absolutely okay to just lose their minds in public on total strangers that they don't know, or it's okay to just lose their mind on family members because they think they're the only ones stressed out. Time to shut that down too. If you don't have permission from your boss, you don't have permission from your parents, you don't have permission from your kids, or you don't have permission from your spouse, I'm here to give you permission to be unapologetic about the fact that you don't have to be nice when someone is yelling at you. You don't have to be nice when you're being harassed. You don't have to be nice when people want to cough on you, or when people throw things on you, or when people threaten you, or people are just plain crazy and making your life miserable. People want to say the customer is always right. Not in 2021. People want to say that, again, you should always kill them with kindness, or you should take the high road. Sometimes people mistreat you because they've been enabled and they think it's okay. So always stand up for yourself. You don't have to be violent, but you can definitely make sure that people understand that they're going to talk to you in a respectful way, or they're going to do what a rational person would do. So guys, 2021, if people are mistreating you, it's time to speak up, and it's time to make sure they understand you're not the one today. And then the last tip, number 5, for when it's okay to not be nice, is when you're being honest. So people say they want the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, and then they're mad at you because you didn't say the nice thing or the polite thing, or maybe you didn't get the pronoun right, or maybe you said the thing that everyone's thinking but no one wants to say out loud even though it's true. There are times that just has to happen. So if you're being honest, it's okay to be truthful as long as you're not trying to absolutely railroad someone or make them feel inferior or make them feel invalidated. But there's going to be times where sometimes somebody has to be the person to speak the truth so that everybody can stay sane. And sometimes that person is going to have to be you. And sometimes that person is going to have to be me. And guess what? Sometimes we're going to have to be the person that deals with it. And sometimes someone else is going to be the person that has to deal with it. But being nice isn't always about being polite. Sometimes being nice is simply about being respectful. So once again, guys, take out the stress in your life that doesn't need to be there. Don't walk on eggshells around people that you shouldn't have to walk around on eggshells for. And make sure that you stand up for yourself so that you can have some peace, some clarity, and some inspiration in your life. I hope you guys have enjoyed these tips. If you have, make sure that you visit MadamUplift.com. Make sure you follow Madam Uplift on Instagram. Make sure you like and share on this video, and come back and see your girl for the next video post. Hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I will catch you on the next one.